Hi there, in this video we're going to be finding an angle of in a right angle triangle using two sides and basically a process of using trigonometry. So SohCahToa is written up here because, and the reason it's SohCahToa is because sine of an angle in a right angle triangle is equal to the opposite divided by the hypotenuse, cos of an angle in a right angle triangle is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse, and tan is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. If you want to practice that, this QR code will take you to Waldo Maths. There's lots of good practice of these types of triangles. First thing we need to do is label the sides. So this triangle here, you can see the angle is in the bottom right hand corner, which means that the 10.5 is opposite the angle, and the 14.9 is the longest side, and that's always the hypotenuse. The one left over here is next to the angle, which makes it the adjacent. Now you'll see that we don't have any information for the adjacent. We're not asked to find it, and we're not given any values for it. So if we go through our ones here, we can't use anything with adjacent in. So we can't use the cos, and we can't use tan, which means that we're going to be using sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. What we need to do next is put the irrelevant numbers in. So sine of the angle, and the angle is called x in this particular question, is equal to the opposite divided by the hypotenuse. And we set up our equation. Now, sine of the angle is 10.5 divided by 14.9. If we want to find out what x is, we have to use something called inverse sine. And it's to sine what dividing is to multiplying, what subtraction is to adding. So we're going to use inverse sine, and that is sine to minus 1 on your calculator. So what we're going to need to do is do sine to the minus 1. Let's move that one out, this bit out the way so I can fit it all in. So we're going to use sine to the minus 1 of our opposite over our hypotenuse. And if I just get the calculator so we can see how that's done. So if you press shift and then the sine button, you'll get sine to the minus 1, and 10.5 divided by 14.9, and that gives us 44.8 to three significant figures. So x equals 44.8 degrees to three significant figures. That's the process for finding an angle in trigonometry in right angle triangles, and I hope it proved useful.